Hi, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Thank you very much for tuning in. Today, this is our weekly business chat. And my name is Debbie Alexander, and I only have Beth today with me. But that's okay. We are all, flexible. We are working flexible time. And sometimes if you cannot and do it, then that's okay too. So anyway, today we are going to talk about something. We have a topic ready for you that we want to share some values with you. And before we start our conversation, let's have some introduction. Well, it's only you and me, so Beth.
Yeah. Okay, so hi everyone. My name is Beth. I'm originally from Taiwan and now live in LA, the States with my husband because of his promotion job here. So I'm really grateful that we have this experience to have this, new life here to really to explore. And also that's why I found this online business. And because we are not immigrants, we'll eventually move back to Taiwan. So also I'm really grateful that I found this business that really allows me to have this flexibility that I can really, to bring it with me back to Taiwan. Yeah, so I have been running this business for 3 years and I think 4 months now, and I'm really enjoying my online journey. So thank you. How about you, Debbie?
Great. Thank you, Beth. Yeah, okay. Again, my name is Debbie, and I am originally from Japan, and I've been living in Canada for many, many years. I have two grown up children. They live in Vancouver, which is about 5 hours from where I live right now. I love countryside. The lifestyle is different from the city. So after, I started the online business, the opportunity came, so we decided to move to countryside with my husband. So I am the online business owner. I am a coach, and I'm so grateful that I found this business back in 2019. Literally, it's changed my life. Yeah. Okay, so everybody, today's topic is why do we need to have changes in our life? Some people is so afraid to make changes. I was kind of one of them. Not really, I didn't like change, but I like routine. Because routine, I can kind of expect what's coming up. So my life was like routine. I have same time I wake up and then I eat the same thing and do same thing and da 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 da. But now, after I started this online business, I have made a lot of changes. And that's so exciting. I found that excitement in changes. I don't know about you, Beth. Do you like changes or you kind of want to have the same thing?
Yeah, I used to be the kind of person that really, afraid of being, have these kind of changes in my life. So for today, I really want to share to people that if you are this kind of person, we are here to encourage you to make some changes. Because my very first job was to be a teacher, and then it was my very first struggle in my life too, because it took me like 7 to almost 8 years to become a teacher. But eventually, I failed to be a teacher because I was so afraid to make a change. My parents, they really want me to, especially I think girls, to have this kind of steady jobs,
Mm.
that works for the government. That's what they thought that, oh, it's really good for me. So for me, I majored in English when I was in college or graduate school. So also for me, I think, being a teacher, so I have summer vacations, winter vacation. So I think it's also good for me too. So for me, being a teacher is my goal for a long time.
Mhm.
But you know why it took me like so many years? Because I just don't know what I could do if I don't, if I am not a teacher. So I try like, oh, every time I try this year to the exam, and also and I fail for the first time. The second year do the same, the third year do the same, and then like, oh, I didn't know why I just couldn't do that. So just like you mentioned, I noticed that, oh, why it took me so long, because I'm really afraid. But when I, starting in this online business, there are so many new things that, we need to learn, and then like to really embrace this kind of changes in our lives. So
Mhm.
as I became this kind of person, like, oh, actually it's kind of fun for me to really to try new things.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I really want to share that, maybe you are in this stage in your life that you want to change, but you don't know how, or you are really afraid, but maybe just to make the first step. So why I changed to another industry, because my brother-in-law, just, Richard, my husband, his brother, that he asked me, his name is Brian. And one day, because he saw me like I was kind of in pain, I really feel uncomfortable and feel, lost my confidence about myself. So he asked me one day, like, "Hey, Beth, have you ever thought to change to your job to another, job?" And then I was kind of, oh, really? I had this kind of thought for several years, but I just couldn't do that. And then he introduced me to his company, this travel industry. So I started to become a tour leader and also to work in the travel agency. And then, I don't know why I feel so kind of a little bit nervous to sharing about this, a little bit emotional maybe, because and also I worked for that company for 5 years, and then I was so surprised that actually we were all capable than what we thought. Because
Mhm.
I was really doing a great job in that company. My clients, they all loved me because I was a very patient tour leader. And also I tried to bring them the best, memories, experiences for them whenever I leave a tour overseas.
Mhm.
So I was so surprised that, oh, actually, I cannot be a teacher, and also I live a happily life. And then I also learned to have these kind of changes in my life, because my husband, he got this promotion in the States, and also I was facing a dilemma: should I come here or should I stay in Taiwan? And
Mhm.
eventually, because when we are, stepping in unknown, we were so afraid. And then I started to embrace that kind of new opportunity. So after things, I realized that, changes is maybe a little bit afraid, but if you can step out of your comfort zone, and then your life is really, how to call that word, uh, enriches, or maybe you will have new opportunities, so many in your life. And then, like for me, I can really see my life is full of experiences and new opportunities, and really fun. Yeah,
Yeah,
when
well,
I compare to before.
yeah, well, thank you for sharing, Beth. I am quite sure you are so afraid of trying something new because your
Yeah.
mind was so, not stuck to be a teacher, but even with your parents encourage you
Mhm.
to have a secure job such as
Yeah.
teacher. And that was the only goal that you knew for so long. But, I am
Yeah.
so grateful that you step out of the comfort zone and then now
Yeah.
you become so blossomed that you become more you, I think.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. And
Yeah.
also, I think that's also I learned after the age 40 that, oh, actually, we should not live the life that our parents or somebody else expected us to live, but
Mhm.
live the life that we really wanted. That's also something I learned after joining this online business, to know like who I am, what kind of life, I wanted in my life,
Mhm.
really, but not just, to really to fulfill other people's expectations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's for sure. Yeah. Especially, making changes, it could be scary. It can be risky too, right? Maybe
Yes.
you try something like, you wanted to be a teacher, but now you decided you work for a tour company. And then what if
Hmm.
people think, what if I don't like it? What
Yeah.
if right? And then that stops us from making changes. But like you said, stepping out of comfort zone and it opens so many different doors. And then you just
Hmm.
don't know until you try. Like,
Yes.
yeah, both of us, well, working online, becoming online business owners, that's something, involves guts to do, and then it involves the risk, but we did it. We had that first step of watching a webinar, and eventually we became online business owners, and then now we are very happy. I am very, very happy.
Yes. Yeah, and also I think maybe one thing in common between us is that we also have this curiosity.
Mhm.
That I remember when I first saw this ad 3 years ago about this online business, I was really curious about this is about, because this lady mentioned how this business really changed her life. And then what she described it was really the life that I really wanted to have much time with my family,
Mhm.
this kind of stuff. And then I was so curious about this business, and then I click on that ad, and also to take action to really watch the webinar, just like Debbie did. So I think that's curiosity and also take action is really the key to any success, I believe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if we are doing the same thing again and again, if we do not make changes, our life is going to be the same. So if you want
Hmm.
to have a better life for you and for your family, or if maybe you want to have more money in your bank account, you got to do something different from what you are doing right now. Otherwise, it's going to be the same.
Yes, so true.
Yeah. Like, for me, the big change that I had in my life is one thing is divorce, right? It was
Mm.
a
Wow.
huge change in my life. But
Yes.
I'm glad I I'm kind of good. It's difficult to say. I wish it didn't happen, but I'm glad it happened now
Hmm.
because it was better for my kids. Then now I remarried to a wonderful person, and my
Hmm.
life just so different, right? And another thing is starting this online business. Literally
Hmm.
changed my life.
Yeah. Wow. I
So
cannot imagine that if you live with a person that you don't love, and then for like a lifelong time, it's really, I cannot imagine. So I'm really glad that, I shouldn't say this, but I'm really glad that you did it. Because if you didn't do that, and then you will not have this second chance to meet your husband now, right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so
Yes.
until you step out of your comfort zone and start making your decisions, instead of stuck in one circumstances, you know,
Hmm.
yeah, sometimes we got to take risk in our lives. That's what I
Yes.
think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think that's all, and maybe a little bit how to call that word, courage, a little bit courage to do that, because sometimes actually it's not easy, but you have to tell yourself that, oh, this time I really need to change, and then
Mhm.
need to do something different than before. Yeah.
Yeah. Once you start making changes, your life is going to be interesting. Yeah.
Yes.
Then have, more fun in your life.
Hmm. Yes.
Okay, well, we have some viewers. I don't see any comments. If you are still watching, just leave us in a comment where you are watching from. This is a global business, and we have so many different viewers from all over the world. We'd love to connect with you. And thank you very much for watching, and we'll be back next week. Thank
Thank you.
you.
Bye.